Hello guys, we can see what is inline, indent block and block. Before that, we need to understand where it comes from. So this is a basic HTML file which has some of p tags and div and span. Here the output of the page. So these properties are under comes with display tag. See display. We can see bunch of CSS tags here: block, content, flex root, initial, inherit, inline block, inline flex. Here's around 20-25 attributes, tags here. We will see three of them. So display is just saying how the element should show in the website. Say for example, if you said none, it will hide from the DOM. So actually we have hidden the body from, so body will hide it. So if you hided the body means all other children will be also hidden. So if you say display, see this p tag hidden from browser. That's the way we are telling how the actual element look like in website. So we can tell as display as inline or inline block or block table, many other forms. Let's see block first. Block means like a box. Box definitely has some kind of width and height, right? So here the block element also has some width and height. You can change it, you can assign some particular height and width for block property. So here we can see some of tags like p tag and div. If you check the actual display is block. The default p tag type is block. Same applicable for div. See, same. The block defaultly take the full width, like with 100%. You can notice here the p tag which will take end to end, right, and not end to end. It has some margin. Just get rid of the margin. Now you can notice it will take the end to end width. This is how block works. It defaultly has a 100% width. Say if you given the background color, see, you can notice it take the full width. Understand one thing, the full width doesn't mean the end to end, 0 to 0. This is the actual width of parents. Here this p tag and div, this has parent is body. So actually it's taking the body's height, body's width. If you set width to 800 pixel, see, now the p tag following the actual parent's width. So it doesn't mean end to end width. Every block element taking the parent's width. For this reason, every block need a new line. Say for example, for this p tag is started from new line, this p tag starting from a new line. Even though it has some space around here, but it won't to mingle with it, cause every block element need a full width. For this reason, every block element started from new line always. This is the main concept for block. It has taking the full width, same time it's need a new line for every time. How we can these two p tag as a single row? For this purpose we need a inline. Inline is oppositely to block. It won't take full width. Here we are changing default display block to inline block. I am overriding here, say inline. See, now it won't take the actual full width. It will take only the text width size. So if you changing this text to like something, see, now it will take the actual width is according to text width. This is how inline works. See. Okay, the actual UI is not looking good. I am going to refresh this page and starting from programming. This is the actual page. You can notice the p tag here, div and span. So I give p tag background color. Red color would be white. Span. See, this is how the actual UI look like for p tag and inline and black. You can use the inline element within the black, something like this. This is span. See, basically all inline tags like span tag, strong, bold, italic, all the inline items inherit the parent property. Here the span tag inheriting the line height and font size from parent. So it won't make any huge difference for the actual text. Okay. The main problem with the inline, you cannot give any height or width for inline elements. Let's see. Here you can inspect it, and if you give the width as 800 pixel, see, it won't affect even the height. If you give the same thing for div, it will applicable. See, this is why the main drawback of our inline. Same time, you can give the padding for inline elements. You can say padding 20 pixel. See how it look like. But at the same time, you cannot able to give the margin for padding, especially margin top and bottom. See, you can notice margin top and bottom not working correctly. See, you can notice here, but it's saying it's applied 20 pixel, but you can notice that top of the margin is not applying properly. This, you can face this kind of issues while you are doing the development work. Just understand, you can give the padding for inline elements, but the margin top and bottom won't be work. The last one is inline black. It is a mud blade. You can give a height and width for inline black elements, but it won't take a new line always. This is what the real use case for inline black. Let's see if you want to create a color palette. Say you can addition a ID which is height 25 pixel. It would be 25 and margin 3 pixel. Background color, let's say teal. Okay, so here I want to use it div class equal box. Just refresh this page. Okay, just removing the div. See, I want a color palette. You can notice something like this. Color Oh, something like this. We are creating something like this. But how will you do if you're using the div element, which will take a new row for everything, right? It won't be side by side. So for this purpose, you can use a inline element. What if you're using display inline for class? See, height and width won't appear, right? So this is empty because we are unable to use height and width for display inline. If you remove the inline, it's just like a div, it will take a new row. But if you are using the inline black, almost get the similar UI because the inline element won't take a new line, and it also supports height and width. So how do you move this next line? So we have to give the max with this parent. Max with 200 pixel. See, it appears something like this. Edit as HTML. See, this is the actual use. This is the real use case for inline element. Even you are changing this inline as you can apply the span as inline element. Display inline. See, it won't make any sense until you are using width and height. Now we are overriding the inline to inline block element. Like this, we can override block to inline element to block, inline to block, vice versa. This is totally up to our wish. Please use wisely. This is last notes for you. Please read it. Thank you for watching.